Guaranteed life insurance?
Actually, the claims are legitimate. There are basically two categories of final expense coverage: guaranteed issue and simplified issue. Guaranteed issue is truly just that. You can't be turned down for any reason. There's no medical questions and no exam. It's truly guaranteed acceptance, pure and simple. So if you're really sick, how can the insurance companies afford to do that? After all, we know that life insurance companies are not in business to simply give away free money. Here's how they do it. The policies that are true guaranteed issue all come with a catch. Most of them work something like this. If you die during the first 2 years of the policy, you don't receive the full death benefit. What you do receive, however, is your money back plus 10% of the money you paid in, or some similar variation of that. So let's say your situation is such that you expect to die in the next 2 years. Would buying one of these guaranteed issue policies turn out to be a bad deal? I don't think so. Where else can you put your money and get it back plus a guaranteed 10% in such a short time? More importantly, after you make it through that 2-year period, the coverage is real. If you bought, say, a $12,000 policy and you died 2 years and 1 day after the start of the policy, the insurance company will pay the full $12,000. The second type of final expense coverage commonly available is called simplified issue. This type of coverage costs less than the guaranteed issue policies and doesn't have those same waiting periods before the full coverage is available. That means even if you die just 1 day after coverage starts, your beneficiaries receive the full death benefit of the policy. In every way, simplified issue policies are better than guaranteed issue policies if you can get one. But simplified issue policies do require you to be in halfway decent health to qualify. Nothing crazy. You certainly don't have to be perfect. In fact, you can often qualify for this kind of coverage even though you may have one or more medical conditions. And again, if you can qualify for a simplified issue policy, it would be utterly ridiculous to buy a guaranteed issue policy. You might even be surprised to learn that a very high percentage of folks can qualify for a simplified issue policy. With simplified issue, there's still no exam, but you will have to answer a few medical questions to see if you qualify. Of course, even if you don't qualify, you can always qualify for and buy a guaranteed issue policy. There's also one more category of policy, kind of right in the middle of the two we just described.